What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel, and I want to review Summer of Superman Special #1. This is basically a one-shot, and it's by the team of Mark Waid, Dan Slott, Joshua Williamson, Jorge Jimenez, and Tommy Morey. Well, these are three well-known writers, as you can see. Tackling this book: Mark Waid, Dan Slott, Joshua Williamson. Look at this beautiful cover by Jorge Jimenez. He is an amazing artist. Glad to see him back drawing Superman again. He really draws a pretty dynamic Man of Steel, if I say so myself. This book, from the get-go, I can tell you, is beautifully illustrated. It's a beautiful book. It's a beautiful book, and it did not disappoint. It did not disappoint. The art is beautiful, and the story arc basically takes us, in different eras of Superman's lifespan. We look back at when he was a teenager, that he had a crush on Lana Lang, and he actually fell in love with her. And the story tells, as the story goes, he was about to tell her that he loved her, but events interrupted the moment, and suddenly Validus appeared. Validus is an alien, very powerful alien, very powerful villain from the Legion of Superheroes timeline. And he just appeared out of nowhere, and he started acting wild, attacking, and Clark Kent suited up, and along with Crypto, decided to fend off Validus. I can tell you that Mark Waid here, and according to how the credits are rolling, he takes care of the initial story arc, the first one. So I was gonna say he's playing pretty fast and loose with continuity, and I found that DC is doing that a lot nowadays. They just want to mesh everything that has gone on before. Whatever works, whatever's popular, they want to keep it because it sells. And because I was under the impression that in this continuity, Superman was never Superboy, but here he is, as Superboy. So that continuity is there, the one where he was Superboy at one point, and he traveled to the future and had adventures over there with the Legion of Superheroes, because he does recognize Validus. And the action is pretty great, pretty good. There's confusion. Superman doesn't know what's going on, why Validus is in Smallville, and Validus himself seems very confused. He's basically attacking but also defending himself. He's Validus, apparently is also, by unseen hands, by somebody behind the scenes, is being thrown in the throughout timelines, and throughout specific times in Superman's life. And Superman is trying to figure out what is going on, why it happened. So while he's fighting Validus, he gets a glimpse of events in his life, and he sees that he's not gonna end up with Lana. He's gonna end up with another woman. At this point, he doesn't recognize it's Lois Lane, So over here, I kind of question the choice of the writer. That this teenager. Okay, when you're a teenager, your hormones are going crazy. At this point, he's in love with Lana. So him seeing himself as an adult married to some other woman wouldn't necessarily mean that he's gonna, just forget about Lana Lang and just decide to play out some uncertain future and glimpses that he saw, you know, while he was fighting this guy, while he was fighting Validus. And that's exactly what he does. He pauses on confessing his love to Lana, and because he was also about to tell her, his secrets, that he's secretly Superboy, and that he has superpowers, and the whole shebang. And he just decides to hold off on that. And that decision from the writer is kind of I question it a little bit. It doesn't make sense. When you're a teenager and you're in love, he's in love. He was in love with Lana, so why would he pause being in love with Lana? Only because he saw glimpses of something that he doesn't know if it's gonna happen or not. So it's hard to picture, to relate to that, because I don't know if I would, just because I see myself with some other woman in future glimpses. I will stop from trying to get with the current girl I'm in love with. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of it's a weird choice that Clark Kent Superman makes. And then we jump again to more of the present, where Lana is actually about to marry John Henry Irons, aka aka what's his name? I forgot his name. Steel. I'm sorry. And they're planning the wedding. Lana Lang is having second thoughts, cold feet, right about when they're about to get married. But that's the least of their troubles, because again, Validus pops up. And look at this splash page over here. Beautiful splash page. Validus looking great, and I'm glad that they decided to use this villain. At this point, he's pretty obscure. He hasn't been given the spotlight a lot, and he's powerful. He has electric shock attacks, and he's very indestructible, very invulnerable, super strong. He can give Superman, and he can give the Legion of superheroes a run for their money all together, and so they all decide, as soon as Validus appears, they all suit up, and they all decide to keep people safe around while Superman takes care of Validus. And then we see Lois Lane as Superwoman, we see Lana Lang as Superwoman, we see John Henry Irons suit up as Steel and his niece, and everybody has superpowers. And I have a problem with that. I said it before in past reviews. I think this takes away from Superman, his uniqueness. I know at some point, Superman supporting characters, they've gone through arcs where they have gained superpowers before. I cannot stand Super Lewis. I just cannot stand Super Lewis, the way Josh Williamson writes it. I'm not a fan of it. The only thing that's cool about it is how Dan Mora makes her look sexy and curvy and stuff. But aside from that, it's just not my cup of tea to have Lois Lane running around suited up, imitating Superman, even to his suit, the red cape and everything. It just doesn't make sense. It never makes sense to me, because Lois Lane is not a superhero. She's not. She shouldn't be good with superpowers. She shouldn't be fighting bad guys. Superman would not allow that to happen. He's endangering her life. she could die even with superpowers. Superman has very powerful bad guys after him, supervillains, a rogues gallery, and he's risking her life. It just doesn't make sense, but it's been playing out for several months. And to top it off, the powers that she's displaying, they belong to General Zod, and it's very convoluted. And I'm not gonna get into it, but suffice to say that I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of his entire supporting cast, his friends having superpowers. They're all a whole damn super team that could take on the Justice League, and they all have basically Superman's powers. So yeah, that said, again, kudos to Jorge Jimenez. He knocked it out of the park. This book is beautiful. The action sequences are amazing. Good shit. This book is worth the money just because of that, man. So yeah, like I said at the beginning, Clark Kent holds off confessing his love to Lana Lang, and just out of the blue, he just decides to just be her best friend. And I don't buy it. I think that even with glimpses and stuff like that, he would, you just don't stop falling in love with somebody because you see something, you have a vision of something. It doesn't happen, especially when you're a teenager. She's a teenager. She obviously liked him. He likes her. And so yeah, and there's many stories where Lana, never stopped loving Superman. So yeah, it's the choices here are not, I don't agree with all of them, but one more time, Validus appears at the end, and this time Superman is waiting for him. Actually, he doesn't appear. He finds a way with Mr. Terrific to get Validus to appear, through one of those time portals, and they're trying to get to the bottom of of the mystery or what's going on. They have this girl who is kind of a telepath to find out what's in his brain, what's in his mind, why is he here, what's his motivation, and they don't really find out. It's a mystery for another day. And yeah, here we go. We see glimpses of things that are gonna happen. Obviously, this book. The main purpose of this book is because a push for Superman, to put a good spotlight on him, because summer is coming, and there's a huge motion picture starring Superman coming out. So this is pretty smart about it, and I'm happy to report there's Booster Gold. He's being held by this evil version of the Legion of Superheroes, and that's gonna be fun to follow up on. Overall, this book is pretty amazing, and I was gonna say I'm happy to say that there's no bait and switch. There's no heavy-handed girl boss moments here, angry females or anybody lecturing Superman or making him look stupid or making Lex Luthor look stupid or anything like that. The writers, for the most part, they mesh pretty good the whole story, because these are basically the guys that are going to be handling Superman's adventures for the foreseeable future. That's all I got, guys, and I hope you enjoyed my review of Summer of Superman Special number 1. Beautifully illustrated book. Thank you, guys. Please keep watching. Subscribe to my channel. Please do me that favor. I need followers, and if I see followers, I'll put out more content. I'm a long life comic book fan. I love Superman. He's my favorite character. So follow up, man, and take a look at my videos from the past and my art and all that stuff. Thank you, guys. Peace.